Hello, 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 it is I, Serpent. So sit back, relax, look deep into my eyes, and trust in me. Just in me. I am once again playing Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, as point of fact, and today I am going into the sewers. And I realized that, the sewers of Taris sounds very much like the sewers of Paris, so I am expecting to see the Phantom of the Opera in here somewhere. Or, I suppose it's not opera in Star Wars, but, Twitch gets a little antsy when I say the name of the music genre of Star Wars. Disney likes to call it Jats, but we know that's wrong, don't we?
I saw you talking with Rukel.
Oh.
He told you his legends about the Promised Land, didn't he? He told you all about his missing apprentice and the other lost explorers, right?
He did tell me that thing.
Most people don't believe his stories. They figure he's nothing but an old cook. But I think there might be some truth in what he's saying.
Okay.
That's why I want to stop him.
You lost me. Stop him. What are you talking about?
For an outcast, I've got things pretty good. The village relies on me to bring in food and supplies. I'm an important man. If it wasn't for Gendar, I'd be running this place.
I get the feeling if it wasn't for Gendar, this place would be a lot worse off than it is.
But if Rukel ever finds his Promised Land, I'm sunk.
Yeah, what Karth
People
said.
won't need to rely on me anymore. I'll just be another nobody like all the rest of the villagers. I won't let that happen.
Okay, buddy. It's time for a reality check here. Actually, no. Let's figure out what he wants me to do first. See how bad this gets.
The two explorers who went searching for the Promised Land might have found something. They might have found clues or evidence, just like Rukel's apprentice.
Yes, that's
they
what
would
we
have
are
recorded that information in their journals. I'll pay you if you bring all three journals to me. The two from the explorers and the one from Rukel's apprentice. Then I can destroy the evidence and make sure nobody ever finds the Promised Land.
You are
I've saved up
just
enough
a
credits from my
comically
business here
evil
to
character.
make it worth your while if you help me.
Get it? I won't betray Rukel and the village for you.
Don't be a fool. I'm the only one here who can pay you for those journals. Rukel has nothing.
Look,
He won't
I do
be able
all
to
right,
come up with any
okay?
kind of reward. Once you
can
have all
always
three
win at
journals,
Pazak
just bring them to me and I'll give you a decent reward. Now, was there something else you needed?
You know, prior to about 2020, I would have said that this is unbelievably comically evil, but unfortunately now I believe it. Yeah, that seems to track.
Yeah, okay. You'll come back and see me if you want a deal.
I would love to deal with you, by which I mean harm you. The shopkeeper Aegir wants you to bring him the missing journals of those who died searching for the Promised Land so he can destroy them. He's also offered to pay you for the journals, something Rukel can't do. You know what? Let's see if I can tell Gendar about this. Gendar, buddy.
You have done a great thing for my village, Upworlder.
Yes,
Few from the
yes.
surface would bother to cure an outcast of the Rakul disease as you have done.
Okay.
My only regret is that I have no reward to give you for your aid. Save my thanks and the thanks of my people.
That's the only reward that's necessary. If you see some people suffering, you try to help them.
Ask your questions, Upworlder. I will answer to the best of my knowledge, though I know little beyond the borders of the Undercity.
Why would you not help people who are suffering? I don't understand that.
As you wish,
No,
Upworlder.
can't tell them
Should you
about-
have need of anything else, come speak to me. I represent the entire village, and I will do my best to help you however I can.
Can't tell him about the scummy merchant. Can I tell Rukil about the scummy merchant?
Greetings once more, Upworlder. Do you bring news of my apprentice? Have you discovered her fate and proved yourself to be a true savior of my people?
I already have. Alright, let's
It
go
is
through
a
this then.
life.
I have to do all this again. I did this last time. You can go back to the previous video in order to see all this lore if you want.
What? Yeah, I
apparently got more experience points from that. Ah, when the game crashed earlier, perhaps I didn't turn that in properly. Or perhaps it's a bug or a glitch. Either way. Gear,
I saw you talking, you know.
you're doing this again. Why are you telling
Oh,
me
don't
this?
worry, I'll make this quick. I've got an offer that might be worth your while. For an outcast, I've got things pretty...
I get the
Right,
feeling
right,
if it
right,
wasn't
right,
for
right.
Gendar, this...
But if Rook...
Right. That's horrible. How can you be so self-centered?
Don't judge me.
But I
I
do
learned
judge
a long
you.
time ago that if I want to survive down here, I've got to look out for number one. The two explorers
No,
who went
you
searching
want to
for the
survive
promised
down
land
here. You've got
might
to be
have
part of a
found
community
something.
that helps you
They
survive.
might have found clues or evidence, just like Rukel's apprentice. They would have recorded that information in their journals. Then I can... Don't... Once you... Yeah.
Okay, look. So clearly that is a bug, since you have to talk to Rukil and have the one apprentice in order to do that. So, infinite XP bug? Interesting. I'm not going to take advantage of it, though. Let's save it. As always, I do frequent saves because A, this is an old game, and it doesn't really autosave, and B... and it tends to crash sometimes, and B, it is based on a D20 system, which means it's very likely that a random 20 will critically kill one of my guys, and that's just not fun. Alright, did I check this corpse before? I'm not sure I checked this one. I got the Sith one, that's where I found the Rakul syrup. Yeah, I guess I did. Time to go into the sewers. So for those who did not catch the last stream, Zalbar, who is Mission's... That's Mission right there, who's Mission's Wookiee friend, is missing. Zalbar has been captured by Gamorrean slavers. So we've got to go rescue Zalbar from the Gamorrean slavers. At which point, Mission will help us
Hey
get
there.
into
What
the
can I do
Black
for you?
Car base.
Okay.
Nothing new. Okay. Here we go. Well, hi, Gamorreans. That was quick. They're just right out there, huh?
Ready?
Alright, time to switch to my better weapon, which is a sword. That's how you pronounce it. It's the future. Actually, it's a long, long time ago.
You'll pay. You'll pay.
Yeah, take that, buddy. However, I am now going to switch back to the blaster because blasters are useful for far-off things. What's in the Gamorreans? A repair kit and adrenal... Actually, I shouldn't have said in the Gamorreans. That makes it sound really terrible. What's on their belts? We're just taking things from their belts. Hey, it's a corpse. With medpack and some credits on it. That's nice. Well, apparently there's really only one way to go here. So we'll go that way. I always tend to save before I open a door because that's when, you know, crashes tend to happen. And it's when you tend to get killed, so, you know. Straight ahead or to the left? Let's go straight ahead right now. We'll play right-hand rule. For those of you familiar with dungeon crawlers, right-hand rule is, of course, where you stick to the wall on your right side and you just follow that. It's a good way to get through most labyrinths. There are layouts for labyrinths that will confound the right-hand rule, but you can get through most labyrinths that way. Hey, more Gamorrean.
Yeah?
And you shoot that one.
Ready?
And then you come up here and you shoot this guy right here. And in fact, that should be the guy that I'm shooting with this. We're gonna just that him.
Yes?
Excellent. Now him. Keep sniping there, mission. You can get him. I know you can.
Yeah?
Excellent, excellent. Now this guy. And now we switch to my sword. The prototype vibroblade. And take him out. It looks like I got a little bit nicked in that one, but nothing bad, nothing to worry about. I'm fine. They're just Gamorreans. Gamorreans don't scare me until they get close, and then you should be scared of them. Credits and frag grenades. Right here. Repair kit. Nice, nice. Repair kits will be useful when I get droids. I think I'm going to go in that right one because right-hand rule, but I do want to go around this room first to reveal it on the map. So I have it. You see how it reveals on that map there as I do that. But then we will go right-hand rule. And save that. Mines. Mission, you're up.
Huh?
Mission is my demolitions expert. She is very good at not only disarming, but also recovering mines. Which gives me mines that I can then use later on difficult baddies. Okay, we're gonna go back to...
Yes?
A force field with a force field control.
That energy shield leads to another section of the sewers. The entrance to the Vulcar base is somewhere past there. I've got the codes to lower the shield, but we have to rescue Zalbar from those Gamorrean slavers. Don't worry, we can come back after we find Big Z.
Okay, I'll buy that. I'll go with that. That sounds good. Save before we enter this door, and... You know, for sewers, like, there's some water and everything like that, but this mostly seems to be an underground base, not sewers per se. Hello, skeletal corpse. The right-hand rule. We're following the right-hand wall, which means we choose this door first. More mines! Okay, mission. This is once again you. Let's go into solo mode.
Ready?
We take her into solo mode so that if she screws up and things blow up, it won't hurt the entire party. Always smart. Don't stand close to the bomb defuse
What?
guy.
Sure.
Gal. Koilek. Enemy sighted? What? Oh, crap. Rackhools. Actually, they're closer than they should be. Let's go ahead and switch to the Vibroblade. Help me, save me, help me, save me.
Yes?
It didn't disease me, though. That was just a minor scratch. Oof. Okay. Was not expecting that. Not quite sure where they came from. That's alright, though. Because now they're dead. As all rat ghouls should be. At least in this game. Oh, there's water, and I just ran right through it. I just ran right through sewer water. Wonderful. That ladder, I'm pretty sure, is going to take me up to the surface, but we're going to check just to make sure. Yes, that is another entrance to the sewers. Back down. Hope that doesn't reset all the rat ghouls. And the Gamorreans ran through the sewer water again. That's awful. Okay, let's see what's behind door number 2. Gamorreans are behind door number 2.
Ready?
What?
But they won't be for long.
Yes?
You know, Gamorreans get a bum deal from all this. They're just by huts. You know, Jabba. So the thing is that Gamorreans want to serve people who can actually defeat them in combat. And so Jabba challenged them all to combat. The Gamorreans that would eventually become his guards, rather. They challenged them all to combat. And then said that traditional hut combat was blindfolded, which was a lie. And so blindfolded them, and then just had his people mop the floor with them. And then took off their blindfolds to say, see, I did that all myself. And that kind of thing, you know, that works on Gamorreans. They're not the most intelligent of alien species, but they deserve better than that. They have a matriarchal tribal culture. They fight each other more often than anything.
What?
Time to go back to the sword. But they fight each other more often than they fight anybody else. They're really not on a galactic scale. They're just Okay, I'm starting to look a little bit... Oh, hi, guy. Are you just sort of...
What?
in the corner there?
Huh?
Don't know why you didn't attack with the others, but I'll attack you now.
What?
If people had just left them alone, they would have probably eventually evolved a society and a culture and everything like that. But no. The Hutts had to screw with them.
Look at this. This is one of those old-style manual locks. No computer codes or nothing. The sewers is the only place you'd see one of these on Taris. You
Really?
can't use conventional security spikes on these old locks.
Okay.
But don't worry. I've come across them before. I've rigged up a little device that should do the trick.
It's called a missile. Zalbar!
I'm glad to see you too, Big Z. You didn't think I'd forget about you. Mission and Zalbar, together forever.
Together forever.
These are my new friends, Big Z. Without them, I could never have got you out.
So, don't mention it. I was happy to help. Because again, if you see someone suffering, you try to help them. This is just basic empathy. You know the language of my people? That is rare among your species. I am impressed. You have saved me from a life of servitude and slavery. There's only one way I can ever repay such an act. I will swear a life debt to you.
A life debt? You sure about that, Big Z? Think about it carefully. You better be sure about this.
I'm not requiring. I am sure, Mission. This is an issue of great importance to me. Because of our great physical strength, cookies are being used as slave labor on our own homeworld. They see us as brutes and animals to be exploited. Over the years, slavers have taken many of my people. We must always be on guard. For stuff. When the Gamorreans captured me, I thought I was doomed to a life of servitude. I have been saved from such a fate. And the only way I can repay that is
Big
through a
Z
life
swearing
debt.
a Wookiee life debt to you? Wow, this is major. Do you realize what it means?
There's some kind of loyalty vows in it. I'm not sure. Let me guess. It means I've got a walking Serpent following me for the rest of my days. I've always wanted a Wookiee slave. That is the worst thing to possibly say. It's some kind of loyalty vow, isn't it?
A life debt is the most solemn vow a Wookiee can make. It means he'll stay by your side for the rest of your life. Wherever you go, whatever you do, Zalbar will be with you.
In the presence of you all, I swear my life debt. Forever after, I will be by your side, Serpent Eyes. May my vow be as strong as the roots of the great Rorschach trees of Kashyyyk. I'm honored to accept his vow.
I guess this means you're stuck with me, too. Wherever Big Z goes, I'm going. I almost lost him once. It's not gonna happen again.
Great, a Wookiee and a snot-nosed punk. No, I'm being a nice person with this playthrough. Why won't this nightmare end? Sorry, that just sounded like something 3PO would say. I'm glad to have you aboard, Mission.
So, I guess I still owe you one secret path into the Vulcar base. That was the deal, wasn't it?
Yes.
Don't worry. I know a back door into that scum den.
Good. The sooner we get there, the better.
I better come with you. The Vulcars put up a force shield to keep the sewer dwellers out. I'm one of the only non-Vulcars on Taris who can get you past it. I can't remember exactly how to get there, but I know it was somewhere here in the sewers. Over to the northeast, if I remember right. I just hope the Rancor monster isn't still there.
What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nobody said anything about a Rancor monster.
There used to be a Rancor monster that made its nest in that part of the sewers. Pretty much eats anything it can get its claws
Yeah,
on.
that's a Rancor,
That
all
thing
right.
is huge.
Okay.
Luckily, Rancors aren't too bright. I was able to sneak past it before, so I'm sure we'll figure something out. That is, unless you want to change your mind.
I feel like you deliberately hid this from me until we had Zalbar rescued. That's not really an option. Let's go.
Okay then, off we go. Like I said, somewhere to the southeast. Just look for the force shield, and we'll know we're there.
Zalbar has joined your party. Remember, you can only have 2 party members with you at any time. The others will wait for you back at the apartment. Yeah. You're great. You can switch party members, use the party selection screen, blah, 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 blah. I know all that. Zalbar, you are very sweet, but Karth is hot. Are you a level 4 scout? Oh, but Zalbar is going to have repair, isn't he? That might be worth it. Garth, you stay behind. Alright, and Zalbar gets some free auto levels right at the beginning there. Yeah. What you got on you, buddy? Nothing. You've got nothing. No. Can't use that. You are just... You can't use any armor. At all. Not ideal. Give you that blaster rifle. But, those adrenals, antidotes, med packs, repair kits, my computer parts. Most importantly, though, I want to see your skills. You have some computer use, you have some demolitions, you got some pretty good awareness. Your repair is decent. Not the rest, and my repair is decent. Like your mission, yeah, you know what? I think Karth is the better one. A Rancor in the sewers. Mission has warned you of a not-so-small obstacle between you and the entrance to the Volcar base, a full-grown Rancor. Getting by the beast won't be easy. Let's, do party selection. Unselect Zalbar, reselect Karth. And let's return to the hideout, too, so that we can, heal up a little bit. Yeah, see, that heals me up. You can do that as long as you are not in a dangerous area. And I can say transit back. Sorry, Zalbar, you're just not awesome enough right now. And I'm sure you will be eventually, especially once we get some implants for you and stuff like that, because I believe scouts start out with level 1 implants. Anyway, let's get the rest of this. Oh, hi, Gamorreans. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, I didn't switch myself back to Blaster. I need to switch myself back to Blaster. And then shoots him in the faces. Dum da da da, Blaster Symphony.
Yeah?
Mission, why are you running ahead? Don't run ahead. Shoot the Gamorrean. Mission. Dear Mission, please don't run towards the melee combatant. Okay, I guess that worked out. Suppose that worked. Is that in protest because I told Zalbar to go back to the apartment? But we now have a security issue, and Mission, you are my security expert, so see what's behind door number 1.
Simple.
Rat ghouls. Delightful. I click the rat ghouls at all, or are they completely blocked by the frag mine? You know what? Back up. Okay, now shoot the rat ghoul. Shoot the rat ghoul. And I really don't want Mission on the front line. That is not what she's equipped for, so we're going to take out the vibro blade and charge the rat ghoul.
Sure. How'd you like that?
There we go. Not a scratch on anybody either. Oh, weapons locker. Did not see that before. Let me switch back to my gun. Like a good Miracle.
Yeah? Gotcha.
Open that footlocker.
Simple.
What we got in here? Ooh, a -2 Pizzak card, a +1, -1 Pizzak card, Zalbar's Bowcaster, a scope, a med pack. Okay, so this is where we're keeping all Zalbar's stuff.
Ready?
Fair enough.
Sure.
Yeah?
Oh, wait. We have something else for you to do. That is to sneak up on this mine. And, recover it. Thank you, Bishan.
What?
You are very
Sure.
useful. Right, I got turned around. Gotta go this way. Skeletal corpses, no doubt feasted upon by Rakghouls. Poor people. Let's save this. And see what's behind the door. Let's see what's behind this door, because I have a feeling this is gonna... Yeah, this was the door that led... That's the broken door that leads back to Zalbar's cell. That I noticed earlier. Okay, well, at least these are starting to look somewhat more sewer-like, assuming that the water goes under here. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know, there's nothing wrong with gigantic sewers. Paris has very gigantic sewers, so does New York. They make for good settings for adventures. Of course, these also happen to be crawling
What?
with Rakghouls. So...
Yes? Sure.
Mission, can you not run? And that's probably my bad. She was kind of stuck back there. Just don't die. I appreciate you not dying, but you still got poison. Guess we're gonna take a trip back to the hideout. There we go. Everyone's healed now. Oh, but it also respawned those. Well, crumbs. See if we can do better this time. Time to switch to ye olde vibroblade. Well, this time two of us got poisoned. Delightful. Delightful. So that was, well, no, it wasn't worse, because we actually took less damage, by the way. Poison will go away soon enough. We're going to tick off a little bit of health there. Again, I'm going to run around this room just to clear it on the map so that we have it there. And then we're going to go in this way and see what's behind here. Corpses are behind here. It's always interesting when you open a door and you see corpses, isn't it? That's it, just bodies in this room. Just bodies. I would say that this was the Rakghouls' larder, but how do Rakghouls open doors? Perhaps they are intelligent or sapient. No, I don't think Rakghouls are intelligent in this game. Later, in Star Wars The Old Republic, 300 years later, they will have, some of them at least, will have evolved
Yeah?
a sort of rudimentary intelligence. Those are called the Necrules, because what is discovered over the course of the intervening 300 years is that Recrules evolve very, very fast.
What?
Let's see what's down this way. Ah! Hi! Anyway, Recrules evolve very, very fast, which means that in only 300 years, there will be some sapient Recrules.
What? How'd you like that?
Not human level, but, you know, one thing at a time.
How'd you like that?
Well, that was pretty painless. Just taking out all those Recrules at once. Yeah. There is a philosophy in this game. Because there's a class changeover once you leave Taris. And so the philosophy is to level up as little as possible on Taris. Just basically to stay at level 2 all throughout Taris. And use various tricks to get through the obstacle. I thought about doing that because that is, if you want to be the best stat-wise character, that's what to do. But I'm not here to be the best stat-wise character. I am here to be the canon main character. The canon main character, I believe, did probably level up some in Taris. More corpses! Yay! That is also definitely going to take us up to the surface. We're not going to deal with that right now because it is going to take us up to the surface and I don't want to respawn the Recrules. So instead we'll go here. Oh. It's Gamorreans!
Yeah?
If it ain't Recrules, it's Gamorrean.
I'll show
Pig,
you!
pig, pig, pig. Here, pig, 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 pig.
Yes? Let's go!
Turning pigs into bacon. Don't try Gamorrean bacon. I'm fairly certain it's vile and disgusting. Probably not very nutritious either. Gamorreans are not clean animals as far as the human digestive tract is concerned. Plus, it would be cannibalism, going by a certain definition of cannibalism, which is the definition that I hew to, which is, if it's sapient and you eat it, you are a cannibal. And here we are back at this junction. That finally leads us back to this room that we did not try before, but we will now try. So,
You there, civilian. This is a restricted area. What are you doing down here?
oh hi. Look, I've got all the proper security papers.
Don't wave those in my face. Anyone can forge papers. Call me crazy, but I'm suspicious of anyone wandering around in these sewers, even if they have papers. Unless you want me to take you in for questioning, you better tell me what you're doing down here.
My papers aren't forged. I'm down here on official security.
Nice try, but I'm not buying it. I think you're a spy. Time for you to learn how we deal with spies.
Okay, a little trigger happy there, buddy. But, alright. Actually, no. No. You've all got blasters, which means I should definitely try to close and power attack you in the face. Meanwhile, you start working through the mooks, fellas.
Yeah?
Well, that was easy.
Down you go!
I was expecting the leader to be harder with that.
You have
Is this guy just not dying? You know what? Switch up targets. I don't know what's going on with that guy. But you are not hitting him.
Huh?
Try hitting him there.
ready.
Just
Yep.
Oh, how about you? Are you finally... Yeah, you're finally taking damage. I don't know what that glitch was. It's an old game. What can I say? How you doing? Close to killing him? Ah, got him. Here, let me help you. Well, now it says that he's back in the full. Don't know what went on there. I don't like it. Anyways, let's see what your boss had on him. Frag grenades. Really? All that for frag grenades? We definitely need to take a trip back to the hideout for this, even if it respawns some things. Just too close to being injured there. Transit back. Oh! Hi! So you are guarding a run of rat pools, were you, Sith? Look at me in mid-flip, isn't that cool? Ah, I'm gonna flip through the air. Then I'm gonna hit him really hard. Watch.
Sure.
Oh,
Down you go!
oh, it's an outcast corpse. I think this is one of the two corpses I'm looking for. Also, a glow rod. Ooh. Yep, Promised Land Journal. Fantastic. Nothing on there. That's stripped down to skeletons, but this still has some credits and a computer spike on it. Hooray. Hooray. Let's check out that, that journal we got there. This journal is a record of the long and difficult search to find the Promised Land. It contains many half-completed maps and cryptic notes, all attempting to decipher whether the legend is true or simply a child's fable. By itself, this journal does not contain enough information to solve the mystery. However, it could be a valuable piece of the puzzle. You have found a journal detailing the search for the Promised Land. Alone, it isn't worth much, but with the journal of Rookill's apprentice and one more journal, it might reveal the true location of the Promised Land. What else do I have here that I haven't looked at yet? You can use the glow rod as a weapon. This is a cheap handheld light source of limited range. It does 1 or 2 points of damage, with a ×2 critical on a 20. Yeah. Alright, well. That takes us back to the entrance, which is where we came in. So now let's go back to that force field. I'm gonna save it real quick, just in case we glitch. Or, like, run into a whole bunch of respawned rat ghouls, or new rat ghouls. Because after all, games do like adding more bad guys when you complete certain waypoints, don't they? But no.
You won't be able to get that computer to lower the energy fields unless you know the proper codes.
Well, what is the proper
Lucky
code
for
there,
you,
Mission?
I've got them. I picked them off the pocket of a black Volker who had a little too much to drink in the cantina one night. Here, let me get that energy field down for you.
I like how that came with a little story. All right, let's go into the upper sewers then. I'm gonna bet there's gonna be things behind this door. I'm gonna switch over to my blaster pistol in anticipation of this. Hi! A Gamorrean fighting a rat ghoul. Who do we help? Riddle me that. You know, turning into a rat ghoul is a fate worse than death, so...
Ready.
We're gonna help the Gamorreans. And then we're probably gonna have to kill the Gamorreans, but we're gonna help the Gamorreans first.
Yes. Time.
Alright, now we fight the Gamorrean. Not even missing a beat. And there goes the Gamorrean. Now let's start with the rat ghoul. And now switch immediately to the Gamorrean.
Yeah.
Look at him try to run towards us. You know, someone really ought to give these Gamorreans blasters. I know they're not very good with them, but like... Otherwise they're just gonna sit in ducks. Don't worry, we're still doing right-hand rules. I'm just checking to see if there's any remains of these guys. The right-hand rule says, behind this door. Lots of mines. And by lots, I mean one. One mine. One mine.
Ready.
From the little-known Sesame Street movie, The Count Goes to Vietnam. Alright.
Sure.
This soldier. What you got on you? Skeletal corpse. You got stuff on you. Looting bodies is, of course, a video game tradition, but it is also a tradition in many, many other settings, including real-life medieval and Renaissance combat. You were expected to loot your fallen foes. That's part of how you paid for combat as mercenaries. There were few standing armies in those days. You'd occasionally get a standing army, but there were few. Most of them were mercenaries, and part of how they pay is right of battlefield salvage. I'm not going up that ladder yet, by the way, because I suspect that goes to Black Vulture base. I want to explore these sewers before I go up there. Hi, Mr. Gamorrean.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Gamorrean, bring me
What?
Make him the porkest that I've ever seen.
Ready.
Give him a snout. And squeals of terror. No, I would not want a Gamorrean given in my dreams. That's Gamorreans and Ugnaughts. I don't know why both the pig races. Like, there have been sci-fi shows and universes, where the pig races aren't that bad. They're not generally my favorite, but you know, they're not that bad. For some reason, with Star Wars, both of the pig races, Ugnaughts and Gamorreans, just mostly because of the squeals, just ugh. Mostly because of the nails on the chalkboard style squeals. Well, this is interesting. A malfunctioning droid over there, but over here... A mine. Let's get that mine first, so that we don't accidentally run through it. You mean like that? Like that, you... That is exactly what I was hoping to avoid. You know what? Just...
What?
Where do you go? Why do you have to be so close to him to do that? Why did you have to run at all? That's frustrating. That is frustrating. I should have done solo. Clearly. I should have done solo. Well, at least Mission's gonna get a level which will take care of her being poisoned.
What?
You know what? This is becoming an issue. Let's return to the hideout. Yeah, poison mines are no joke. Now let's transit back. There we go.
Yeah?
Mission! Let's give you your 6th level. Auto level up for you, Mission. Let's see what you get. Yeah, demolition, stealth. Security's still good. What kind of feats did you get? Sneak attack 3, that's nice. Improves scoundrel's luck. That's +4 to defense. Mission is very hard to hit now. Defense is a 25. That's pretty fun. Remember, you're only rolling a d20. And then you are, of course, adding your bonus to that. So, he's not invincible. But still. Alright, let's go around this room. And let's go through this door number here. This door number here. Door number here. Another frag mine. This time we are definitely turning solo mode on to keep you goofs from wandering into the mine.
Yes?
Could really use that poison mine too. I don't know. Let's see what we get here. A severed arm. With a Beck datapad in it. And synthesized odor. What the heck are these? Beck datapad. This datapad seems to detail plans the hidden Beck had to get into the Black Vulcar base. Of note is the following. We have synthesized a substance with an odor that resembles a favorite prey of Rancors. If we place the bait properly, we can lure the Rancor into eating something lethal enough to kill it. Then that came with synthesized odor. This appears to be a timed release device for strange substance. Liquid has a very pungent odor. So we're gonna need to stick something in the Rancor food. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's an issue. Okay.
What?
So here's what
Ready?
we're gonna do.
Sure.
First of all, we're gonna go back. Back. And then, mission.
Yeah?
This is your time to shine. Taking you on solo mode, and we're saying, go
No
invisible
one's gonna
mission.
see this mission.
Mission is sneaking. Mission's a spy. Mission's a spy. There it is. Yes, I know. Rancor. But we're still invisible. Hopefully. Okay, we're taking that. And then we're switching to give item. We are giving it 2 frag grenades. And a synthesized odor. See if this works. Nom 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 nom. Oh no! I killed it. Ah, no. It was a beautiful creature. I mean, it would have eaten me. I really had to do that, but it was a beautiful creature.
What?
What?
All right, good job, mission. You done good. Is there anything left in the corpse pile? Or is that all eaten? That was all eaten. Ooh. But we have remains.
Ha! Here!
Open the Rancor. Oh, what? Where'd the Rancor go? What the hey? How dare it glitch and take away my Rancor? No, I will not stand for that. We are reloading that because I want what's in that Rancor. Oh, it went back to before we killed it. I thought I had saved before that. Oh well.
What?
That's fine. We'll just do this again. Solo.
No
Stealth.
one's gonna see this mission.
Do-da-da-do. Mission's a spy. Yes, I know it's a Rancor. We're not going to shoot the Rancor, though, because that would be incredibly foolish. Instead, we're going to get all those, and then we are going to put in... You know what? This time I'm going to try just putting in 1 frag grenade. And then, of course, the synthesized odor. Yeah, that works. This looks like a tasty. Yup. Nom 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 nom. The fun thing is, on the outside, he probably could have taken like 20 of those.
Uh-huh.
What?
Let's then switch this to a blaster pistol. Let's save so it doesn't go away again.
Yeah?
You also
Ready? What?
did that again. Okay. Clearly, there's some glitch that happens when you go too close to it. So we're going to try this again. Garth's got the best weapon among us. No, now it's just gone. Now it's just gone. It glitched out and it denied me the Rancor.
Ready?
Well,
Sure.
that annoys me. Alright, one more time just to make sure. No, Rancor's gone. Well, old game sometimes glitches. Not mission critical, ergo, not a game-breaking bug. A shame, though. My guess is that behind this door is the Black Vulkars. Oh, here is a Black Vulkar. What am I armed with right now? I'm armed with the pistol. Let's shoot him. Let's shoot him to death.
Yes.
Turf war. Hidden Bex for life.
Yeah?
H. Corpse. Okay. Get some energy shields from them. Nice, nice. Save it there. I'm guessing that this is the entrance to the Black Vulkar base. Yes, it is. So we're going to save that for now. And explore the rest of these sewers. I can't believe it got rid of that Rancor. That is annoying. There's nothing else in the corpse? It didn't move it to the corpse pile or anything? Didn't even leave behind remains. Oh well. Okay, Syrah, Syrah. Let's see what's behind this door. More Gamorreans. See if we can pick him off before he actually gets to me.
Yes. Yes. That hurt, I bet.
Ready?
Sure.
Oh, that was a raid leader. That was the boss. Well. The skeletal corpse in here. That kind of roughed Karth up a little bit. Is that it? Is that the end? I think that's the entirety of this section of the sewers. Am I right about that? Oh wait, no, we have another ring here. Or does this just go back to where we were? I think it might just go back to where we were. So that's not where we need to go. There was that ladder I wanted to check out that I thought led to the Vulkar base, but didn't actually clearly. So we're going to check out this ladder. Here at the top of the ladder seems to be blocked with no way to clear it. Alright then. No way to clear it, you say. So I'm going to run back to the Vulkar base, but we're going to do the Vulkar base next time. I think this is a good place to end for this evening. Thank you so much for watching. Frustrating glitches aside, again, I don't really mind that. It is an old game. That is part of the challenge of an old game. Especially when that old game was written for an entirely different operating system and now updated to work with Windows 11. Really, thanks to good old games, GOG.com, for making a version of this that works at all. perfectly honest. But anyways, and of course the modding community to make it more stable. Anyways, that is it for today. Next time I will go into the Black Vulcar base and see if we can swipe the swoop accelerator so that we can then use that to win the big swoop race and rescue Basta Lashan. That is the hope, at least. Thank you so much for watching. Remember that we here at AdLib Gaming are streaming just about every single day. I stream KOTOR normally on Sundays at around around 5 Eastern. Mondays, today is usually Rex D, but I'm filling in for Rex D today. And then tomorrow, we normally have our big Pathfinder game at 9 in the evening Eastern time, but one of our players will not be able to make it, so instead of doing Pathfinder, we're going to do something else, probably something on Tabletop Simulator. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to stream something. Friday, Zios streams stuff. Right now, Zios is going through Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. And Saturday, Pythia streams stuff, and right now she's going through Voyager Across the Unknown with myself and Zios assisting with some of the voices. So, yeah, that's our entire schedule. Watch us, follow us, subscribe to us, love us. And in the meantime, sit back, relax, look deep into my eyes, and trust in me. Just in me. And we're on ad break right now. That is the most annoying timing for an ad break. Well, those of you who are subscribed get to still listen to me for like 2 minutes 40. So let's see, what Star Wars-y thing can we talk about? Let's talk about how Star Wars is such an enduring thing. It has changed many times over the years. A lot of people think that the big change was when it got sold to Disney, and they got rid of Legends canon and went to Disney canon, but they forget that during the Legends canon era, things had changed before. Things changed entirely when the prequels came out because, I'll tell you a secret, George Lucas never cared about canon. At least not any canon he didn't write, and not always about canon he did write. The prequels screwed with canon so very much. Absolutely required a complete rewrite of how Jedi worked and how the Old Republic was, of the Clone Wars, and what the nature of the Clone Wars was. So this has happened constantly throughout. Even before that, you had Marvel Comics continuity, which then was mostly ignored when Bantam Doubleday started publishing the novels. But then Marvel Comics continuity was kind of brought back in sort of sneakily, even though it often contradicted itself. There is still no way to actually justify the Clone Wars timeline from the novels with the Clone Wars TV show. There is no way to do that. They are clearly operating on different timelines, so you have to just sort of do a fuzzy idea with that. The point is, people who are complaining that Disney canon got rid of Legends didn't live through Legends, because that happened all the time, and it's going to keep on happening. Star Wars actually cares more about its books and comics than most, and Disney cares about its books and comics more than Lucasfilm ever did. Because George Lucas was very clear that unless it was something that he wrote, he had no problem completely rewriting it and completely ignoring canon. Disney, at the very least, has Story Group. They have violated their own continuity a few times, little things, mostly in the comics. But for the most part, Disney canon actually respects the novels and the comics that they include as part of Disney canon in a way that Lucasfilm never did. So I don't understand that argument. I don't understand that argument because things are better now than they were then, at least as far as continuity goes. Whether or not you liked Legends more, I mean, I'm playing a Legends game right now, so clearly I love Legends. But we're not talking about likes, we're talking about canon. Anyways, we are now back. Thank you very much. So sit back, relax, trust in me, just in me, look deep into my eyes. And thank you very much for watching. And thank you very much for sticking around for this stinger after the ad break. Remember, if you were subscribed to us, you wouldn't have to sit through those ad breaks. isn't that worth subscribing for? Keep in mind that if you are subscribed to Amazon Prime, you can link that to your Twitch account and get one free subscription a month, which you can then spend on us to watch all this stuff without ad breaks. So, enjoy that. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.